Hello teman-teman, welcome to A Cup of Java's Test Kitchen. Nama saya Devin Fernandez. My name is Devin Fernandez. Last episode we cooked ikan bakar padang. Today we're going to cook BAKPAO.
Here are the ingredients for the pastry. Now for the filling, there's a lot more flexibility. But for pastry, to get that nice fluffy and consistent texture, there's a little bit of precision involved. Okay, let's start off by activating our yeast. Here's 1 packet of instant yeast. Now do know there are other varieties of yeast like baker's yeast, but for our purposes instant yeast will do perfectly. I'm adding it here to about 100 to 150 ml of lukewarm water. Now it is important to note that the water cannot be too hot. Now the yeast is going to need about 20 minutes to activate, and here's my yeast fully activated. 500 grams of Hong Kong flour, or you can use self-raising flour if you're in a pinch. 1.5 tablespoons of double action baking powder, 2 tablespoons of vegetable shortening, and we're ready to start mixing the dough. I made a small well in the flour, and now I'm adding in the yeast. I'm adding in about 20 ml of water just to help bind the flour. Now don't be afraid to add water as needed if you feel it's getting too dry and crumbly. And I just begin to start kneading the dough. Now just to prove to you how easy making pastry actually is, here I've added the condensed milk, the shortening and the baking powder after the dough has binded. A little bit of salt as well, and this just goes to show that there's no big mystery around making pastry. As long as you get your proportions right, the preparation is actually quite flexible. Once the dough ingredients are fully incorporated, we let it rest for about half an hour and we get started on our filling. We start off with the ingredients to blend: 3 stalks of coriander, 3 stalks of lemongrass, water chestnut, we're using 10 here, garlic cloves, 10 to 15, and lengkuas, blue ginger. Here we have 150 grams of red chili paste, and we're going to rehydrate 100 grams of shiitake mushrooms. We give 12 shallots a rough chop, and the water chestnut gets skinned and chopped as well. 4 cms of ginger sliced, and all the aromatics except the onions and the chestnuts get a fine blend. This is so we have a nice crunch and texture when we bite into the pao. The beauty of cooking pao from scratch is that you can choose any variety of stuffings. Prawns here, mutton, or even minced chicken breasts if you are going for a healthier option. The stuffing starts with the browning of the shallots. The blended aromatics go in. A tablespoon of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of ketchup mayonnaise, and 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce. Chili paste has gone in. We've also added the sauces, and now we're adding the mushrooms. Mix the water chestnut, and finally the meat of your choice. Here I'm adding some cornstarch, about a tablespoon, and what that does is it helps the mixture bind together. Here you can see after 30 minutes the dough has risen about twice its size. give it a quick knead and divide into 12 portions. Now we roll each of the portions into a circle that's roughly about the size of your palm. Now there are all sorts of ways to fold a PAO, but the one that I find the most effective is to fold the edges into the center. It's quick, it's easy, and it gives you the most consistent results. We're going to put the PAO onto a piece of parchment paper, show it a little bit of love, and we're going to put these guys in the steamer for about 10 minutes. Here we have the final product, served with a little bit of chili sauce. And there you have it, BAKPAO, a cup of Java style. If you enjoyed this video, check out our other dishes. In fact, why not hit that subscribe button? We've got new dishes weekly. Till the next episode, don't forget to garnish.